"Dear sirs, I would like to bring to your attention the herewith enclosed document. I want to know the bad news immediately. Please spare me the stress of guessing and waiting." It looks terrible when it's obvious that you've been contacted just because the person preferred to save their time by wasting yours. Hello Internet, this is Irina, the Siberian who's gone international, and I came here today to share my pain and to maybe make the world a little bit better if somebody will actually listen to what I'm saying. Disclaimer: by no means I'm the employee of the year, and probably I do a lot of stuff which annoys my colleagues, but still, let me list what drives me crazy at my workplace and maybe stop doing it at yours. Or if you disagree with me, let me know in the comments below. Maybe if we all listen to each other, we will be able to improve our habits a bit, and eventually we will all have a little bit less stressful work environment. Let's go! Not bothering to summarize the key points when asking for advice. I just love it when somebody just forwards me the email thread consisting of 50 emails, and on top of it, he adds, "Irina, please advise." I mean, it's you who is asking for my help. Please make some effort and try to at least sum up a little bit what are those 50 emails about. Don't make the person who is supposed to help you to lose their time going through tons of useless information. When I'm in a similar situation, I always describe in short what's happening, include all the key points and key details and all the key information in my own email, so that it would be as easy as possible for the person whose help I'm seeking to digest this. And then I attach those 50 emails just in case that person will want to double check something or to find some additional information. And I don't understand why this behavior is not obvious for everyone, because isn't it obvious that when you need somebody's help, it's just rude to make them lose their time like this when you already kind of know what the situation is about and you're capable of spending 10 minutes putting all the key points together in your own email. You also should avoid writing wordy, too formal emails with a lot of irrelevant information. I think the main rule in the work emails is the shorter, the better. If what you have to say takes 2 pages of text, maybe it's better to just arrange a call. Not always, but maybe. Sometimes it really is. Also, avoid this heavy, overly formal writing style, because nobody's gonna be impressed with the sophisticated choice of words that you're using. But everyone will be annoyed that the text is longer than it could have been and that they had to crawl through these lengthy, formal structures in order to get to the point of what you were trying to say. I've seen people who, instead of "please see attached," write something like, "Dear sirs, I would like to bring to your attention the herewith enclosed document," and then referencing the whole reference number of the document. And why? Just saying "please see attached" is enough. Maybe even just "see attached." Maybe just "attached." I mean, people are not blind, they see that there's something attached, right? Okay, maybe I'm taking it too far, but don't make things more complicated than they need to be. Also, including irrelevant information is a big no-no. That's actually rare, but I used to work with a guy who could easily include the story of how he's been to the dentist into his email to the customer, and normally his emails were like this long. I actually found those little stories a bit refreshing, but still, don't do this. Because first of all, it's weird. Second of all, it kind of forces the person that you're writing to respond something to that. And it's an extra effort. They probably don't want to really talk about that. But now they have to pretend that they're interested in the dentist story, think about what to write in response to that, or choose to ignore it and then feel like an impolite jerk. So, unless you're already really good friends, it's better to spare them having to read that and to think what to reply to that. The classic: being late for the conf calls and meetings. Okay, we all do it from time to time. From time to time, we all have valid reasons to be 10-15 minutes late to 1 or 2 conf calls a year. For example, if your previous conf call lasted 10 minutes longer than it was supposed to, and this is why you came late to the one that you're late to. But I suspect that in 90% of the cases, People are late not because they had the most important call of the year that ended up lasting longer than it was supposed to, but just because. And you should not do that for the next following 3 reasons. The reason number 1. Everyone who is sitting there waiting for you is feeling rather uncomfortable. They're having these lame, awkward conversations about the weather with total strangers. These conversations are interrupted every 1 or 2 minutes when new people join and the organizer of the meeting is saying, we're about to start, but we're just waiting for Mr. X to join. And then this repeats over and over again, and everyone is feeling weird, everyone is losing their time, so try to come on time. Reason number 2. If you show up significantly later, people are forced to start the discussion without you, and it's a disaster if you are one of the key contributors. Because in the first 5 minutes, the organizer of the meeting usually tells what is the problem, tells about the background, and then other people start contributing with their pieces of information. And then 15-20 minutes later, when everyone already has the full picture, when everyone is already on the same page, you show up and you're like, hello guys, what it is? And then everyone has to repeat for the second time everything which was already said before, like 5 minutes earlier. Or you join quietly, mumbling like, guys, sorry for being late, and then you start contributing to the discussion while not having the full picture, because you haven't heard what others have said before. And if your role is actually important to finding the resolution to a problem, you might be giving a bad advice because you don't have all the information which was provided before you joined the meeting. And because of that, you can just simply be giving bad advice or just slowing down the process. And the third reason is that because this conf call has started later than it was supposed to, chances are it will also end later than it was supposed to. So a bunch of people from this call will then be late to their next call, and this just creates this vicious cycle. So let's maybe try to be more punctual and join conference calls and meetings on time. Starting a conversation in the work messages with hello. Okay, this one is probably a bit controversial. I think many people will disagree with me, and I guess I'm the minority, but I prefer to be contacted in the work messenger in the following way. Hi Irina, I have this problem, I need this, this and this. When I just receive a hello, the next few minutes go to waste, because first of all I have to write hello as well. Then I'm sitting there for a few minutes staring at the user is typing message, being all nervous and like this, trying to guess how much more complicated my life is gonna become after the person is done writing whatever they're writing. I wanna know the bad news immediately. Please spare me the stress of guessing and waiting. When I know that there is some shit coming, I cannot focus anymore on whatever I was doing before because I already got distracted with this hello. So now I'm just sitting there miserable, being scared that the person who is writing a message now is gonna add one more problem to the pile of the existing ones I already have. I mean, I know why people do that. Many think that it's impolite to go straight to business, especially if you come from a culture where the chit chat is kind of compulsory. But with me, you can even skip the hello. Just tell me what you want so that we could get it over with as soon as possible. Writing emails in the local language. Okay, it doesn't apply to you if your company is not international and all your colleagues and customers are located within the same country and all speak the same language. But if you're working in the international company, before writing an email in your local language, please consider whether the problem you're describing requires the attention only of the local population, or is it possible that it will require the help of someone from abroad? I cannot tell how many times I had to work as a translator because I would get the text in Finnish and then I would either have to involve someone from corporate or to just pass the message to the customer. And instead of just copy-pasting or forwarding, I had to translate the whole thing into English. And it would have saved the company so many man-hours if the messages which require the attention of the international audience would have been written in English to begin with. Asking for help without even trying to figure it out by yourself first. I know we're all guilty of that. I know it's so much faster and easier to just ask someone who already knows to show you something instead of trying to figure it out yourself. But don't overdo that. At least try to figure it out yourself first and look for information in the available sources before you come to someone else for help. I mean, there are exceptions, okay? But I'm talking about the many cases that I've seen that there are instructions available and people don't even bother reading them before they contact someone asking to just show them. Even if you won't be able to figure it out completely by yourself, you will come to this conversation with the person who is helping you more prepared, and it will show that you've tried. It looks terrible when it's obvious that you've been contacted just because the person couldn't be bothered to go through existing instructions and preferred to save their time by wasting yours. Don't be like that. And also, you will always memorize it much better if you will figure it out yourself how to do it than when you will be just shown how to. Okay, I think I've complained and whined quite a lot by now, so I'm gonna end the video. By the way, I finally got an Instagram, so if you want some more of my whining, you're welcome to subscribe. I will leave the link everywhere. And I'll see you in my next video. Oh my god. I will see you in my next video. I will try to make it look more positive than this one. See you later. Bye.